Hello guys, welcome back. Bob here, and there's been a slight misjudgment in in my plans. Quite a big misjudgment actually, because I've just, from looking on the wiki, I've just realised that an evil character can't buy normal normal sized molds for banded armour. He can only buy large ones. There's a merchant. There's an ogre merchant that sells the large ones. Can't buy the bloody standard ones. Bit of an oversight, really, I think, on the part of the developers, Verint, Sony, whoever it may be, because the Totemic Armour, which should is doable by all races, requires just normal sized banded armour, and I can't buy the molds to make it. So I've kind of skilled myself up to about 111 blacksmithing, which didn't take too long actually. I did small metal bits or something they're called, then I did large lanterns, then I did skewers, and that pretty quickly took me up. But I've kind of realised that, was it a good idea or not, I'm not sure. What I'm just doing is a merchant in Kenos Hills that sells moulds for standard size armour. So I'm just going to go over there, and I've got a character over there, so what I'll probably do is log him in, check out the old merch, see how much they are, and go from there. But yeah, massive pain in the arse, because I've kind of, I mean, it didn't cost me much money. I think I must have spent about 60 plat or something, and a couple of hours to level myself up to 111 roughly blacksmithing. So it's not too bad, but it's a bit of a pain really, because you've just got this situation where the Totemic Armour kind of needs standard sized molds. But as an evil race, I can only buy large molds, which is a bit of a pain in the ass, I have to say. Whether that was done on purpose or not, whether it was an oversight, I'm really not sure. But yeah, doing the Totemic quests as an evil character is a bit more of it's a bit trickier, I think, probably. Did they want things to be trickier as an evil character? Maybe, yeah. I mean, that's probably fair enough, I think. But I think you kind of thought that someone would have said, "Hey, hang on a minute," and they might have put a merchant in somewhere that would have sold them. They sell them in Cabalist, of course, but evil race or not, I'm assuming everyone is killed on site in Cabalist. So I'm just running to Kenos Hills, and I'm going to see how much they are with my other character, and go from there. Yeah, so I'll be back. What an adventure! Hello guys, welcome back, Bob here, and I just have to say a huge thank you to I think it's Chulain or Chulain, I think, maybe, I'm not sure, but yeah, I was just running to Kenos Hills and to see if I could get these molds for the banded, and kind of got a shout from him. He did say on YouTube he'd make the armour for me, but I kind of looked for him a couple of times but didn't see him. But I think he's made it now, so that's pretty awesome. So I think I should be okay then from that point of view. I'm going to give him some plat. I think he deserved to be in the video myself. I'm not sure how. Did I click trade? Yep. Have I not? What's going on? Oh, he only wants to take 20 plat. But I think it'd definitely be worth it. There we go. Chulain Wolf and Brood, if I've pronounced that right, just let me know. But cheers anyway, that's awesome. Yeah, so that'll save me a lot of time. So I can essentially go and sort out the cloak quest. Let's get myself. What do I need to do? It just came out of the blue actually, so I'm sort of super duper surprised. It's pretty awesome. But yeah, but I think I've got what I needed now. I've got legs, and I've got all the stuff that I need. I think there to make some stuff. Couple of braces as well, which I think you need two. I'm assuming you can make two totemic braces. I'll have to check that. I wonder if that means you need to get both. You need to get those items twice, possibly. But anyway, thanks very much, mate. That's brilliant. I can now forget about the whole trade skilling thing, and just get on with doing the quests. So guys, this video will probably, what I'll probably do is I forgot to buy some bloody Dufferanite, but I need to pass by that way anyway. So I'll go back to Grob, buy some Dufferanite, and then we'll turn the stuff in and get the cloak. Anyway, guys, I'll be back again soon. Hello, guys, welcome back, and we've kind of made it, just about. It's been a bit of a strange sort of a period of an hour or so's play, I guess, really, to get to this point. I mean, I had all of the equipment to I had the quest items to complete the quest, but it's always been getting the banded piece for the for the turning has been just a pain in the arse, basically. I mean, yesterday I went and spent a bit of time just sitting in EC, and I was sitting there essentially playing another game while I was auctioning for a banded cloak. And then I spoke to someone in game, I think I mentioned, and they said maybe try sort of try crafting yourself, try building up blacksmithing yourself, and that seems like quite a good idea, because I've always assumed that the crafting side of the game can be quite difficult, and you need other bits and pieces from other crafting sort of spheres to be able to craft just to be able to craft the stuff that you want. But sort of had a quick look on the wiki, and it didn't seem that way. So what I ended up doing was kind of raising blacksmithing up to about 110. And then this horrible thought struck me. I thought to myself, hang on a minute, my race is an evil race, and they wear large banded, and the only other evil race that can be a shaman, well, the other two races are Ixal, which is obviously out, because I imagine everyone's so kill on sight there, it's you can't even go near the place, and ogres wear large banded as well. And I thought to myself, well, hang on, am I going to be able to get the molds? And then I realised that actually I couldn't get the molds, couldn't buy the molds myself. Maybe someone can correct me, but that's the way it seemed to me anyway. And that was a bit of a great, and I mean, it took me 2 hours and like 60 plat or whatever to sort of raise up the skill. So if you're a barbarian, certainly I'd recommend just raising up blacksmithing yourself to do the totemic quests, because it's just really easy essentially to get to the point where you can make the armor, and then you don't have to worry about sort of auctioning it. So yeah, that's auctioning for it, I should say. So yeah, that seems like a pretty good idea, but I was kind of left with a dilemma of I was going to run to Kenos Hills, loading the character that I've got there, get them to buy a load of molds and kind of pass them back to Bugrot, and that just for every quest that just would have been a complete nightmare. Obviously, ultimately, the logical thing in the end was for someone to make me some banded, and thankfully I must have pronounced this name about 3 or 4 times in a different way, sort of 3 or 4 times, but I think it's Chulain sounds pretty good. If that's not the pronunciation, then obviously just let me know, my friend there, because I don't like to mispronounce people's names, because I get quite annoyed when people mispronounce mine. But so that was the obvious thing. I mean, I did look. He did offer on you. I'm saying he. I'm just assuming it's a he. He did offer on YouTube to make the armour for me, and I've kind of looked a couple of times for him, and he wasn't online. But luckily, he sent me a tell, and sort of essentially as I was getting to Kenos, he'd sent me a tell and said I can make the armour for you, which he did, and that was awesome, because now I've pretty much sure I've got every piece I need to carry on and complete the quests, and that's quite important. The thing is, I can't remember, was it last week? It might have been 2 weeks ago now that the last video that I did for the totemic quests, and it kind of, it kind of came to a stop. It kind of stalled at that point because I just do find it a pain getting the banded armor, or I was finding it a bit of a pain. But now I've got them all, we can sort of quest for the items. And just go and turn them in, and that's it. There's no mucking about in these commons to get the armor. So that's pretty awesome. I did make quite an expensive mistake, 150 platinum mistake. I bought my Dufferanite, which 150 plat. What I might do, apparently it drops in Soul A, so I might go there and try and farm some. I'll record that obviously if I do, because that'll probably be a barrel of laughs. But yeah, the way I didn't read the wiki properly, and the way I thought that the Dufferanite worked was that you gave it to the same guy. So you gave it to him, and he gave you crushed. Then you gave it to him again, and he kind of gave you powdered back. He kind of powdered it down, but that's not the case. Each of the shamans at the ogre camp there gives you a different form of Dufferanite back when you give them a gem. So just be wary of that. I kind of gave it into Grud, I think it was. He gave me some crushed back. I gave him the crushed, thinking he would give me powdered, but he just said, "What the hell do I want this for?" He kept it anyway, but he was yeah, I don't want this, but I'll keep it anyway. So I had to go and buy some more. Which was a bit of a pain in the arse. But now we're going to do the turn in. The cloak is, obviously with these things you get quite sort of worried about these kind of things. Are you turning it into the right person? Are you giving them, absolutely the correct stuff that you need? And as far as I'm aware, Chulain here also does the cloak. She did the breastplate. She does the cloak, helm, and the braces. So let's turn the stuff in. And and see how we get on. So we've got the driftwood pipe, which came from the Ocean of Tears, which is the Isle Goblin Chief. That was a fight where I died, and I would kind of recommend playing it safer than. Have a look at the video, and just play it a bit safer than I did. Just clear the camp around, essentially, of goblins. Maybe pull them to the coast. That seems to be the easiest way, because you do get swamped by goblins, and obviously as I think I was level 35 or something at the time. You can survive, and you're tough, but eventually I just got overrun. So watch out for that. The basalt drake scales was pretty easy, to be honest. The drakes are sort of level 25 or so. It says you need to kill a basalt drake to get the scales. But actually I got mine from a different type of drake. I can't remember what it was. It might have been an azure drake or something, but basically kill all the drakes, because it doesn't only seem to be the basalt drakes that drop it. I've got the cloak obviously, and I've got the powdered Dufferanite. So here we go. Let's turn it all in. It's a big moment. Woohoo! I've crafted your cloak. Use it well. Awesome. Totemic Cloak, AC 10, Stamina 5. I think that's probably, other than the we know that stats have quite a minimal impact up to a point, but I think probably the cloak is maybe the next best item after the helm, because the helm you actually get plus wisdom on it, which is clearly awesome. The helm is clearly the best item because of the whiz. But most of the other items seem to have save resists and stuff, which I know are important, but by the time you get to a high enough level where they're a concern, you may have better equipment. But so we've got the cloak. There we go. I probably won't wear it, because I did purchase myself a cloak when I went through that. I wish I hadn't done it now, but I went through that silly stage of I had some plat, and I got a bit carried away with buying stuff. But I do have a mammothide cloak, which is nice whiz. But I've got a totemic. I'll put it on. You can't see any difference because you can't see the cloaks in Everquest. But we do now have two items. We've got the cloak and we've got the breastplate. And the next one is probably as I said, the best item, and probably the toughest to get. Maybe I'm not sure, but essentially it's a helm where you get the wisdom. And what I need ground Dufferanite, which is a different different again from the previous two quests. Banded helm, which I've got, you know, no problem with those two. But I need a glacier bear pelt, which is kind of a bear. I think it's like level 25 to 27-ish level wise. That sort of spawns. I think it spawns under. I think there's some caves under the water, and you come out. I'll make sure there's nothing around me that's going to kill me. Actually, yeah, you go in, you come out, and you're in some caves. And there's a bear that spawns that you essentially have to kill. It's on quite a long timer actually. So that video will probably be. The video for getting that will probably be spread over a period of time, broken up into chunks. But I'll try and keep it all in one video, obviously. And then I need the ogre skin chamois, which is comes from Khazak 4. So we've got to go into a dungeon. They're only level. I think the mobs I need to kill are sort of level 25ish. So you know, not too much of a problem. But as you know, with dungeons, you know, you can get overrun pretty quickly and they can be quite dangerous. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, that's going to be the next one. And now I've got the banded items that I need. I think probably we will be. I think we'll be okay. So looking forward to that one. That's going to be a good one. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I had a bit of an issue with the videos again. The video where I was doing the crafting, I've put up on its own because I don't know, for some stupid reason I had the game in a different resolution. So that particular video was different resolution to the other videos that I've recorded up to now. And I don't use Sony Vegas. I kind of haven't invested in that. I use something else, and the program isn't. You know, the video quality that comes out is really good, but now I've got the recording side of it down. You know, I think the video quality is really good, but it doesn't like it when you try to sort of render different sizes, different resolutions videos. So yeah, that's why that one was bigger. But anyway, guys, we've got the cloak. We're moving on to the helm next. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll speak to you again soon.